Hello again and welcome to the final chapter of this module. I want to take some time and see if the car was working and is very fit to work on animations with that car. So what we're gonna do is basically test out, like create a little route here with some animation movements and see how things work in here accordingly. So in this case, what I'm actually going to do is to add a few components, and in this case I'm gonna add under the go cinematic. I'm gonna create a camera rig rail, and this will be suitable for doing animations to drive the car around the scene. But for now, let's give a go and test this out first. So I'm gonna drag this out, make sure the cars follow some directions and so on. And just for the test, I'm also going to, maybe I don't need to do this. Actually, it would be a lot better this way. Okay, so I'm going to now add these cars and connect this together. But the way you can do this, if you go add this rig rail into a sequencer here, and with this sequencer, what you want to do is to attach this to the rig rail. There you go. And also start testing the rig rail by adding the current position on rail. So what this allows you to do is to set the position of the cars within the spline between 0 and 1 value. So 0 is starting position, and 1 is final position. In this case, I set it to 1. So technically it works. As you can see, things are moving, but of course the car is not rotating properly, and the reason why, because we still have to lock its orientation. So if you go back and go to rig rail once more and add the lock orientation to rail. So if you look this now, the car should be moving perfectly fine. So next thing I want to also do is select these keys, right click and set it to linear for now to test. So because at the moment I just want to test the suspension, so that's the whole point of test here, to see how that really works. So if I go, I could duplicate a bit more of these cubes and then do the same thing there somewhere, and maybe something towards the end around that parts there. So now I also wanted to add some motion to the car. So if you select your rig there and the sequencer, then it should automatically set this for you. And you can also change your speed right here if you wanted to, and set it to like 100. So now if you move the car, so we can start seeing that motion of the car is taking its shape. So even just to make it better, let me increase the timeline a bit, and I'm going to see if it's okay to make it slower. So as you may see, let me just to slowly decrease the speed of this wheels. Maybe set it to something like 10. So now you should start seeing the car's movements taking its shape. So as you notice, my car behaving naturally. And that's very good, because this is something we expected to have in the car's animation. So we don't have to animate the car anymore. We can basically, by keyframing the car, we can basically use the suspension physics that comes with the car itself that's already baked into the rig. So that's very handy. So that's pretty much it, and that's a very good test to have, because next time what we'll do in this coming module, which is the animation module, we're going to use these techniques. We're going to add some more refinements to the latent sequencer just to make more realistic movement of the car. But for now, now what's the most important thing? That this rig is working and is ready to use. So in the next module, we're going to start animating the car, and then we're gonna start rendering as well all together. So thank you guys so much for following this entire tutorial control rig. I hope you find it guys very useful. See you guys in the next module.